Scott, lots and lots of chat about a real title challenge this season, but do you think it brings the best out in Celtic?
I think every year's a title challenge. The last 8 that we've won, there's always been a title challenge, but for us, we just concentrate on our own game, make sure we worry about the next game that's ahead and work on how we're going to play against another team in the SPL in different shapes, different philosophy each and every game, and that's what the lads and the backroom staff work about.
But do you relish the fact that
It's, as I say, it's been the same for the last 8 years, so we always relish a chance and we want to win every single game, and that's our aim.
this is your 13th season at Celtic?
Cheers.
Motivation wise, is it just the winning? You just love that feeling of winning?
Yeah, for me, I signed at Celtic to win trophies, to play in Champions League, Europa League, and I've managed to do that so far, but I've still got that drive to win every single game, to try and learn as much as I possibly can before I eventually do retire.
What's your thoughts on last night's win then?
Yeah, the pitch is a little bit better than what was last season, so they look like they've taken a little bit of care and a little bit of time and quality to do that up, so it was good for us that we could actually move the ball a little bit better as well. Good performance overall. I think we could have had a couple more goals as well, that made it a little bit nicer, but still 3 points is huge.
A goal and an assist for Lee Griffiths. Is he just showing how important he could be for Celtic in this title running?
Yeah, everyone knows Lee gets the ball and there's a good chance that he can score a goal, and that's his qualities, and he's been shown that. He just needs to make sure he maintains that level, and him and Hodgson have had some good link-up play as well, and it's been good, but overall it was a great team performance yesterday.
Seemed to like his celebration to Chris Boyd.
There you go, I was waiting on that. Everyone's had criticism, everyone deals with it. I'm sure the wee man will deal with that, and I'm sure Boyd is big enough and ugly enough to deal with that as well. So I think it's part and parcel of the game. I've had it, Lee's had it, everyone's had it before. It's just about how you bounce back, and punters have got to do something as well and say something too. So I think it's part and parcel of the game now.
In terms of the partnership with Edward, the two up top, they seem to be linking up great last night. That's something that could be promising for the future.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's good. We've got a couple of strikers. Lee's coming back to fitness, Bio's coming back too. So the squad's starting to slowly come back to full strength again.
On the Lee Griffiths situation, when he was going off, there was the incident with the supporter. Do you think supporters have to take some kind of responsibility?
I've not actually seen it back yet, so I'm not actually too sure, but I heard there's nothing really in it.
In general, do you think that football fans potentially think, oh, I've paid my money, I can say what I want?
Yeah, I think I've spoke about that before, and they think for 90 minutes they can sing and chant and do whatever they want, and I think if they were on the other side, I don't think they would appreciate half the stuff that happens, and especially to Lee as well.
As an experienced pro, what advice would you give to any sort of youngster coming through now?
I think you've just got to just deal with it as well. I've had it in front of 50,000, 60,000, and just try and make sure you win the game. And Lee scored the goal, and that's why people don't like him. And it's because he's scoring goals, and you've just got to deal with that. But you've also got to take that in a positivity way as well. And I think there's a reason why they don't like you.
There's a few people saying before the game last night that Kilmarnock was going to be a tricky trip for Celtic. You know, a few pundits and saying that drop points could happen. Do you think you've sent out a message last night with that performance and that result as well?
I think the last couple of seasons it's always been hard going to Kilmarnock, especially on an AstroTurf pitch. I don't think anyone really wants to play on it, but it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I think our performance and levels were exceptional yesterday. We controlled the game, I think, for 90 minutes, and we got a little bit lucky with the goal. A shot in, and it's the big man's, to be fair, he's actually anticipated it, so he's done not too bad there. But I think from start to finish, we've dominated the game.
Lee, do you think Patrick's arrival, that's giving him some extra motivation to sort of step up and get himself back in the team?
I think Patrick's just looking forward to it. I think he's came in at a good time as well. He's came from Poland, so it's just now about getting his fitness. He's not had a lot of games recently, so he'll be enjoying training now, making sure that he tries to play catch up with all the lads as well, and he'll be looking to get back on that park as quick as he possibly can.
In terms of Lido and Scotland, games coming up soon,
I think for Scotland it'll be great if Lee can get back to what he does best.
In terms of this 3-5-2. What was your thoughts on that? How well do you think you cope with that with the sort of three midfielders with Chan and McGregor last night? How did that work for you guys?
We've played three midfielders every game, just in different formations. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We can chop and change formations, and we played 4-4-2 diamond the other day. We played 3-5-2, and it's just about making sure how you get the edge over your opponent. And as I say, we chop and change formations due to the team that are playing and how we think we can either build up or we can put them under a lot more pressure.
Scott, just in terms of the obviously what happened last night, do you think?
Right, no more.
Scott, do you think the lack of protection shown to Jeremy by officials last night maybe shows why in Scotland it's hard to develop players like him within this environment?
I think the tackle, and if I had done the tackle, it becomes reckless and everyone's surrounding the ref and stuff like that. And it's one of those ones, and we've seen it back and both feet are off the ground as well. So I think if I'm in that situation, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of punters, there's a lot of fans putting pressure on me to get a suspension, to get sent off and stuff like that. So I think it's the levels that we want maintained, so the same thing happens every single game.
Is there an update on Frimpong today?
I think we're just assessing them now and we'll see what happens.
See, with a few away games coming up soon, is there a different mindset both tactically and personally for setting up an away game compared to games at home?
I think for me personally it's down to the manager and the backroom staff, and they watch a lot of games, they take a lot of time up in the offices and studying how teams play, what they do over the last season and a half and stuff like that. So I think they find out what's best for us and we just go ahead and play it to the best of our quality that we possibly can do. Whether it's 3-5-2, 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, we can chop and change it. It doesn't really matter to us.
Edouard showed his class last night with that goal. Just how good can he be with? I mean, his progression has been great, but in terms of
I think
for this season and beyond,
I think we all know how good Edouard is, and he shows it pretty much most of the time now. His touch and his quality for the goal is just exceptional. Nobody can do that, and that I've seen in SPL in a long time. So no, he's great to play with. His link-up play, he's always adding extra things to his game as well. So no, it's good for us that he's hitting form at the right time too.
Another one of your former teammates, Edouard, being linked with a big move to the English Premier League. Are you surprised by that at all?
Who is?
It's not Olsen Edouard. Dembele, sorry. Let's start that question again. Stop laughing at me. Dembele, one of your former teammates, being linked with a move to the English Premier League. Does that surprise you at all?
Not at all, no. I think when he came here, there was a few Premiership teams wanted him at the time, and we were lucky enough to have him. Came here, he showed them what top quality player he was, and scoring hat-trick in Rangers Celtic games and stuff like that, and scoring goals against Man City. But it's the strength and his ability on the ball that kind of does it, when holding off defenders at a top quality, bringing people into the game that sometimes you can't do. But he has got qualities, and that's what everyone's looking at, and he scores goals too. And for me, it's great to play with him. It's great to see him going on and showing the potential that he has got, and I'm sure he'll do that whether it's in England or in France.
Is that a great selling point for this club when you look at the players that have played here, proved themselves and gone on to bigger and better things? I suppose when you
I wouldn't say bigger and better. I was waiting on somebody saying that. I think you come here, you love the club, and this is one of the biggest clubs in the world, and I think a lot of people have got to remember that. But the English Premier League's got a lot of pull, it's got a lot of money, and sometimes you can't compete with that at the end of the day, and players come, players go, whether they get sold or whether they leave, but they always leave with fond memories of Celtic.
do you think it's a pull when you go looking for players to bring in?
Yeah, I think if they come to any game at Celtic Park, they see the stadium, they see the training ground, they see the players, they see the staff that we've got as well, and it's a love. It's a big family club, and everyone wants each other to do well. There's not a bad person in the stadium or in the training ground.
Good luck.
Thank you.